Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Health Geeks podcast. Today we're going to talk about the DEXA scan. With me I have Jimmy from DEXAFit Asia. And before we go about our conversation, one thing we would like to share with you. You can now unlock discounts for health products and services, saving you more than $1,000 annually in healthcare spending just by following our podcast. Simply head to allwin.co to find the knowledge questions based off our content. Answer them correctly and you'll earn the discounts. Only at allwin.co. So Jimmy, thank you for your time.
Welcome.
First question to you is, why should anyone do a DEXA scan and why specifically at DEXAFit?
Good question. I think prior to us coming to the market, coming to Singapore, is that it's not easily available, right? Because they cannot walk into the hospital or clinic to do a DEXA scan. That's one. The second thing is that why DEXA scan? Because it's the gold standard and medical grade scan. So people will get the most accurate data if they are serious about their body.
And when you say gold standard, what exactly are we measuring?
Okay, basically we'll measure the total weight and the fat mass and visceral fat and the lean mass as well. And of course, more importantly, also part of it is the bone density of the person.
And should a specific population come in more often? What are the target?
Of course, when you first started the business 3 years ago or 4 years ago, is that we are focusing on people who are into fitness or maybe have a fitness regime. They are very keen to know what should I do next and what is the best or so-called the accurate measurement. These are the group of people. But subsequently, we do see many non-active people or people already in the peak of the career. They already established a certain standard and they want to know where they are right now, or maybe they're reaching a certain age. They say reaching 50, they will know the baseline of themselves.
And when they come in for a scan, when they see the results, what are some things that they might be enlightened about?
They might feel that, hey, how come the data is so much higher than what they see in the gyms or any of those machines that they easily accessible? And why people come, they want to take away all the guesswork about, hey, I think you are so fat or you are so lean. And of course, the visceral fat, they'll tell you regionally where does it lies on, it's like a map of yourself.
And for example, to pregnant women, do you recommend them to come for scans as well? Or what are some of the contraindications?
Likewise, for most other x-rays, it's not advisable. So in fact, we'll turn them down if they're pregnant.
Okay.
Because it will affect, there's radiation, although the radiations are not as high as compared to the x-rays, but being under the ministry advice or even to the safety of the baby, so say no.
Speaking about the legalities, what is the process like for someone that comes in for a scan?
Okay, so when they have booked a session with us, whether through emails or phone call, we will sit them down with a consultation with a doctor. We use a third party that is a teleconsulting platform with doctors. So once the doctor picks up the call, then we will have consultations, probably less than 10 minutes. So after the consultation, when they get a referral letter, then we can proceed on with our radiographer. We have an in-house radiographer to do it, and she will ask a few questions pertaining to the prerequisite, other than referral. So ask some questions, whether they have any bariums or have they are they pregnant, and that sort of questions. Then we can proceed on to the scan proper.
And is it a 10-minute scan, a 20-minute scan? How long is the whole process?
It's not that crazily long. It's about 7 to 10 minutes, right? That's about, of course, the whole scan is 7 minutes. There's plus minus just to make sure that the alignment is correct on the image on the system. So if everything is fine, I think about 7 minutes to 10 minutes, that's the maximum. So we get all the alignment correct, then we can ask the subject or the person to disembark from the machines, the DEXA machine, and we can wait for the result.
And how long does this wait?
3 minutes.
Okay, and then after the wait and you see the results, what usually do people do, and what are some recommendations that you usually dispense?
Okay, so after the result is out, we will sit down with the individual, our clients, to go through with them, run through them on the specific data pertaining like this report that person has done. So this report shows the image of the person, right? And of course, the yellow zone, all these are the visceral fats where they lies on. And of course, with the data here, will show you your exact body fat percentage. And of course, in terms of your arms, right and left arm, even your trunk, where are these in particular? Because usually, if you're talking about weighing machine, they won't tell you exactly which part of it. right? There's the overall, there's a number, your body fat is such, your name as such. So this is really much more like a roadmap to know about your full body better.
And I also understand you have an app that supports not just this hard copy, but in terms of having it in your hands as well.
Correct.
Tell me more about that.
Okay, the app itself is make it more handy for a person to bring it around, especially sometimes after the report given to the client, they might not even bring it around, right? So it's making it more handy. People download the app called DEXAFit AI with first time that they registered, and of course it's free of charge, and the data is captured there, and they can export it as a PDF, or you can share it via emails or even WhatsApp to, let's say, your fitness specialist. Those who are sports science trained, they will then know how to interpret the data.
And knowing that your target audience of people that usually come through your doors are people who are into fitness or into keeping track of their own health, how often do you recommend them to come back?
It all depends on the individual. If they're really actively exercising or maybe going through a transformation program or weight loss program, usually about 3 to 6 months. That's the usual. Of course, if we're talking about those corporate clients that we are really moving towards that space, is that B2B2C, then these people might not be the active ones, and maybe only the weekend warriors. So, or maybe they hardly exercise even without more traveling, more holidays, and more business trips. So they'll probably come once a year, like how a health screening normally does.
And just a quick last question.
No problem.
For someone that perhaps is in his 60s or 70s, they already feel their body is declining. Do you find like a DEXA scan or your services useful to them?
Oh, definitely. I think now the 60s are new 40s. So even if you're at that age, I don't think that is the end of the road. I think people will start to even exercise more. One good example is I think international stars like Jordan Farr at the age of 60 plus is still working out regularly. And in fact, I think fitter than any one of us here. So basically, I think even at any point of time, whether it's 40s, 50s, or 60s, there is also a part the people who, if they are still active and still moving, of course, they want to see how well or how to maintain and live longer, right? Not just by saying, but really doing it. So of course, before they really do it, I think a scan like DEXA scan will able to let them know where they are right now and where they can have more enjoyable time the next 10 years or 15 years from there.
Cool. Thanks for your time and thanks for the sharing. Just so that you guys know, DEXAFit is also one of our partners on board the ALLWIN platform. And you can find all these questions on the ALLWIN platform. And if you answer them, you can get discounts and gifts as well. That's all we have for today. If you have any questions on DEXA Scan or DEXAFit and their services, please feel free to reach out to them or put your questions in the comment section below. Till next time, take care.